I kind of use it in a similar way that you would with a risotto, just a little bit every now and again.
So
keep your eye on the texture.
So as the lentils kind of expand,
exactly,
then you just keep adding more liquid to it until you get to a consistency that you're happy with.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a runny porridge. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Things with red lentils, another really good thing for naturally lowering cholesterol. Easy for me to say. It's
difficult for you to see, I know.
A soluble fibre in lentils that kind of breaks down into the soup. That soluble fibre can actually physically bind to LDL cholesterol and carry it out of the body.
Fantastic.
So you see how each different ingredient kind of addresses different elements of heart health.
Works to complement. It's fantastic, isn't it? Now, so that altogether that takes about 20 minutes. So that is again an easy one for supper maybe, and very little preparation time to that one as well.
One pot wonder.
Fantastic. Liking the idea of that, and it smells absolutely gorgeous as it's
lovely,
cooking.
Isn't it?
It is wonderful, isn't it? And you've got loads of these kind of dishes and ideas, haven't you, on the website, because it is all about making things simple, isn't it?
Making things simple, using everyday ingredients, because there's no point in recommending some weird exotic berry from the middle of nowhere.
I mean, if you can't get hold of it.
If you can't get hold of it. Simple ingredients that you can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Simple to prepare, and absolutely delicious as well.
Superb. Okay, right, so that takes some time, which we haven't got,
of course,
because we're on TV and we never have time.
So, in true TV fashion.
Yes, here is one we made earlier. Now, if I can just bring this over here, we should be able to see it. And here is the finished soup itself. This is what now this has been sitting for a little while, but it is absolutely beautiful. Now, Mr. Producer, how much time have we got left? Right, okay, because we've got a smoothie to make as well, but if I may, I'll just dive in and have a little taste of that. So this is, just remind me of what went into this?
There's garlic, red onion, fresh chilli, coconut milk, red lentils, a little bit of vegetable stock and some coconut oil.
That is absolutely beautiful. It really is. And you know how on television sometimes you see people tasting things and you see them smiling and you think, do they really like it? That is truly beautiful.
It's just so light. It's delicate, isn't it?
And you know what I love about this is that you've got a whole clove of garlic in there. I'm not a great fan of garlic, I'll be honest, and it doesn't agree with me normally. But you can hardly taste that there's garlic in there.
That's it. It's all about how the flavours balance together to give one overall kind of taste, rather than one thing dominating the other.
That is beautiful. Now listen, how did you get involved in training to be a herbalist in the first place? What spurred your interest in it?
What started it all? I used to have really bad acne from the age of about 10. Tried every kind of conceivable topical lotion and potion, went to every doctor you can imagine, every specialist, nothing worked. Yep. My friend's mum lent me a book, and it was like a real wacky American health book. She said, unless you take care of what's going on the inside, nothing's going to change on the outside.
And did you believe that to start with?
No.
Because no one ever does. They think, oh, all right, mumbo jumbo, you know, someone's come up with an idea, but it won't do any good for me.
Exactly, and I was 15 at the time as well, so I was like, are you trying to tell me that I can't eat burgers and pizzas and all the rest of it anymore? I don't think so. But I read this book, you know, I was quite desperate. Read this book, changed everything overnight, started experimenting with my diet, you know, experimenting with all kinds of different foods, and the change was incredible. Not just in the skin, but like, you know, my whole outlook, my body transformed. I just became addicted to it then. I then started to notice that those dietary changes were producing such profound healing effects in so many people that there had to be something more than just nutrition going on. There had to be something deeper. So that's why I went into the study of herbal medicine, to learn more about plant biochemistry and to try and unlock what was really going on. And
you've worked on educating so many people since then as well, in how they can change very, very simple things that actually can fundamentally change things for a lifetime.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, all it's doing is just creating an internal environment within the body that's actually conducive to healing. It lets the body get on with it.
Absolutely. Sounds gorgeous, doesn't it? It really does. Now, of course, we've tried a soup, but of course, a lot of people very much into, well, of course, it's summer. So fruits are a big thing at the moment.
Absolutely.
They're in abundance. We're growing our own. We're enjoying different fruits as well from all over the world. So you're going to show us a bit of a smoothie as well, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. We're going to move this way just a tiny bit so we can work with this. So we're going to use, what have you got here? You've got pineapple first, haven't you?
Pineapple, yes.
Now, why is pineapple a good health food?
Right, well this dish, this is actually a recipe from the DVD. It's to target arthritis. Pineapple contains a very, very powerful enzyme called bromelain. Okay.
Okay.
And bromelain is it's an anti-inflammatory. It actually helps to soften swollen tissues.
Okay.
Okay, and most of it you'll find in like the central core of the pineapple.
So the really tough bit that usually...
The really tough bit that most people throw out.
Well,
yeah.
well, actually, usually when you get canned pineapple, that's the bit that they actually take out.
Take out, and that's where most of the potent stuff is. Yeah, absolutely.
That's how you get pineapple rings, isn't it?
Yeah. So most of the bromelain is in that centre part.
Okay.
So strong anti-inflammatory. So
all right,
first
super.
thing to go in. Let's.
Okay, so in it goes. And we've just got a normal jug blender here, just for the benefit of time. And I'm not sure if there's any other way you could do it with pineapple, is there, other than a blender? It really needs a blender, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Well, so do some of the other ingredients as well. You need something.
Absolutely.
Something you could put it all through a juicer. All of these things will go through a juicer.
Oh yeah, of course you could. Yeah, if you've got one, and lots of people have. In the back of the cupboard, they bought
gathering dust.
They bought one,
absolutely.
Used it twice. Now's the time to get it back out as well, because it really will and can do you some good.
Yeah.
What else have you got for this?
Right, next ingredient is ginger.
Okay, now this is a piece of just peeled ginger.
Peeled ginger.
Now, why is ginger good?
Right, well, you know that real zingy, spicy, wonderful flavoured aroma that ginger has.
It's gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, well, those oils that give it that flavour actually, again, work as a natural anti-inflammatory. They work in a similar way to regular anti-inflammatory drugs, actually. When inflammation switches on in the body, there's a series of chemical sequences that take place, the end result being inflammation.
Is it the case as well that the fresher you can get it, the better?
Yes.
So ideally, if you're growing things in your garden, then that's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Because you know, obviously, the longer it's in storage, the more of that goodness. Some of the chemistry starts to decline.
Okay. So what will we do with the ginger then? So, and how much would you use? Because I mean, we're familiar with using ginger in cookery. About
½ an inch, probably.
Okay. And there's lots of, I guess there's lots of fibre in there, so that's good for you as well, is it?
There is, yeah, absolutely. I'll just sort of coarsely chop that a bit, actually, just to give the blender a bit of an easier time.
Wonderful. It's good, it's brand new. It's my own. It's very good.
So that's
so we've got ginger and we've got pineapple.
Then
here comes the celery.
You may think this is the weirdest combination on earth, like fruit and celery.
Yeah, that's a vegetable.
I haven't lost my mind.
That's a vegetable I'm not a great fan of, as I told you
earlier. I know,
you
said
because there's a little bit of a bitter taste. I'm not quite sure I'm comfortable with the stringiness of it, but incorporating it into something like a juice, then it just disappears.
It
like
does,
the garlic did into the soup.
Exactly, yeah. So celery, again, like I said earlier, it's a natural painkiller because the 3-MB in there. Yep. Also, it actually helps to reduce any sort of collections of fluid within tissues. I mean, sometimes with inflammatory conditions, you get an accumulation of fluid in the joint.
Keep chopping away.
Keep chopping away. There's a group of chemicals in here called coumarins. These are the same things that you'll smell when a lawn is being mowed. That thing that fills the air.
Yes, yeah.
Those chemicals actually stimulate the lymphatic system. That's like the filtration system in the body.
Okay. Listen, look, we've nearly done the second lot of soup here. It's doing really well. Can I just tell you, we've got 2 copies of Dale's DVD to give away in this programme as well. They are here. It's called Beat Arthritis Naturally. And if you'd like to win a copy, all you need to do is drop us a text right now. Just text the word SHINE, a space, and your name and message, and send that to 84555. It's just a standard rate text, and we'll be picking the winner very, very shortly, or the winners very, very shortly. I've got 2 copies of it to give away in the show today. Right, okay, quickly, we've got about a minute and a half.
A minute and a half, right.
So let's...
So just a little bit of apple juice, just to give the blender a bit of an easier time.
And if you wanted to sweeten overall, I mean, you wouldn't need to with pineapple, but if you've got slightly more savoury flavours, you could pop some honey in there anyway. Okay, go for it. You could do it. Go on. Hey, this is my brand new blender.
Yeah. Let's take it on a second.
Do you want to give it a shake?
Give it a bit of a shake.
Yeah, it needs a shake, doesn't it?
A bit of a shake.
This is the bit where we make a blooper.
A blooper, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, go for it.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah,
these things. They're quite tough ingredients anyway, so...
Give it a shake. Yeah, just pineapple's just a little bit tougher, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's got it.
There we go, look at that.
That's got it.
That's the one.
So as long as you like.
Yeah. Depends what sort of texture you like.
Okay, let's stop there, shall we?
Go for it.
Now you've got here as well.
Yes.
Some lemon zest made with pure fish oil. Now we had a little taste of this earlier, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
It is.
Now fish oil,
wonderful stuff.
A lot of people are a little bit kind of fish oil.
Yeah.
They think of cod liver oil. They think of having it on a spoon in the old way, and it's not a nice thought, really, particularly, is it?
Not at all.
But that actually, again, putting it in with lemon zest, that seems to
don't even taste the fish oil. Omega-3 is so important for all elements of health, but in the context of inflammation, it actually helps your body to produce its own natural anti-inflammatory compounds.
Fantastic. Right, so we are nearly out of time. So let's just have a little. This new blender, I haven't quite figured it out yet. So I'll just take the lid off. Yeah, I have used it many times. I told you I made pate several times now, and very successful it has been. Lovely mackerel pate. So let's see. Amy, come back in and have a little taste of this as well. I must join you as well. Here's our Amy. Have a little taste. Actually, I'll grab this one and see. I've got some winners. Mohammed Akram, I've just heard. Well done. You've been selected from our draw in Birmingham. And who else? And Miss Khan from Manchester. Congratulations to you.